Tits up means it's showtime. If I'm talking and lines are moving, the light is green, the trap is clean, and everybody's happy. It is 6 o'clock Los Angeles time. I am not going to say another word until we all have a drink. I got past COVID. That's twice. The general, 2. COVID, 0. You're welcome, America and Denmark. Raising a glass right now. It's the bottom of the nation. Bottom of the glass nation is because we're a bunch of extras. We are a legion of X. What do you mean my sound's off? Don't talk about my sound being off. My sound is glorious. The beard will suffice. If there's no sound, we could go with just the beard the whole time. Don't you ever question me and sass me in the middle of my team. We're raising the glass. There's the people. Who's in here? Mary Mathis, Jennifer's raising one, Dragon Slayer Jade, Nana A. Look at everybody raising the glass. Jesus, Chris Wilson. Are we trying to get drunk right now? There's 37 shots all at once. I'm going to pass on Chris's. AJ78, King Wisenoak. There we go. Two Bear, my man, circling the wagons, raising the glass. I'll drink with you. Don't make me drink alone. I've drank alone before most of my life, as a matter of fact. I'm a lonely kind of guy. I don't like to drink alone. I don't prefer to drink alone, but I'll goddamn do it. Right now, I got some friends in the virtual bars. Josh Maddox would say, best ever bar. What the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing, man? You were kiping my dubage. What did you just do? Goddamn redneck, hillbilly, milky licking, rope sucking, fruity ass ding dong son of mine comes over here. Some jerkwater USA upside down, can't get it right. Starts pressing buttons and clicking things and doesn't tell the old man what's going on. I hope he didn't just ruin the show. Feels like he did. If it all goes downhill from here, we're all going to remember why. All right, fuck it, drink, let's go. Cover.
Fired today. Is my mic on?
Excuse me, I'm wrestling with Jack right now. I'm joking myself out. Yes, your mic is on. Say something.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Mom's here.
And they can even sit. Look at that. Oh, I thought you had something to say. Even put you on the screen. No? Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay, we don't need any of that tonight. All right, so it's kind of an open line Friday. The kid says, what's the title of the show? I said, Open Line Friday. That's an old thing. It's a throwback from the 90s and an AM radio station that you guys probably forgot about. And he's like, but Dad, it's Saturday. So I quickly reminded him it's Open Line Friday is a term you can do anytime. You can have Open Line Friday on Sunday, Open Line Friday on Wednesday. I said, just write down Open Line Friday. It took 11 minutes to convince him to write down Friday on a Saturday, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, keep drinking. It'll all make sense eventually. Now, I have to point out, I see a lot of white names going through here. That's not a racial thing. That's just what color YouTube makes your name. And I got to point out to anybody who's new to the program, this is a very symbiotic relationship, okay? It's really important. And let me tell you how this works. I drink and tell lies. You drink and believe them. Now, if you're not doing your part, this whole show is not going to work. You're going to have to carry the load. I can only do so much. I can only drink and tell stories. I can't make you believe them. That's your part. You have to nod your head and keep throwing back the alcoholic beverages. That's what you got to do. Don't forget you're part of the program. Don't let me down. I won't let you guys down. All right, so Little Miss Muffin over here, do you have anything as you're sitting on your tuffet? Is there anything between the sheets you want to talk about?
I do. We received a PayPal already from West Michigan Exteriors for $25, and they did not allocate the funds.
And that used to go to the Whiskey Fund, but right now I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel, cashing in aluminum cans for the radio station. KGXT Radio is coming to you, but only by the good graces of your donation. So every time you got spare change in your couch, find a way to put it inside your phone or your computer or something to make it come to me. That's really important. All right, here he is again. What the fuck is going on? What?
KG, member for 17 months, KGXT Studios. 17 months.
Okay, KG, I love KG.
Jason Bertrand, ZEO, did a good job filling in on the couple of last shows.
Oh, shit's such bullshit. I watched the replay. I don't even want to. Do I have to start with an apology when I was out with COVID? Is that what I have to come back to? Do I got to come back and apologize? I'm sorry, everybody who was filling in, screwed everything up. I'm going to refund everyone's money for the entire broadcast of every single minute that I missed. I feel I owe that to you. And all I can do is say that it won't happen again. That's as far as I can go. Yeah.
Mrs. T, member for 12 months, says, hello, dear handsome general.
There's one handsome general. Once we get 3, the show can begin.
She stayed home tonight to see you all. Back to better.
See, I'm telling you. Now, that's a woman who cares. That is some dedication.
I have another one for you.
Go ahead.
Peter Fernandez says, General, bought a bottle. Wow, I can't even say that. Bought a bottle of Green Label. First time, it's good stuff. Want to send you a bottle. Where do I send it to? Let me know. It's plentiful here in Florida.
Hey, I'm sure some of the moderators can put up the link or the address to where to send stuff to. It is not a P.O. box. It's a PMB, personal mailbox. What's the difference? I don't know. Although P.O. boxes don't allow alcohol and tobacco, and PMB boxes do. So when they gave me the choice, I raised my hand and said, PMB, thank you. And it didn't get a sandwich or nothing, so I figured I signed up for the right thing. And truly I did, because every now and then some whiskey or a cigar comes floating in from you fine folks, and this is the one way you can do it too. And yes, Green Label is hard to come by. And now listen, I got 3 or 4 bottles one time. I said I'd look for some Jack Daniel's Green Label, and you guys sent me like the rye. You sent me the rye, and it had a green stripe on it. It was like a beige tan sticker on the bottle with one green stripe, and you said, "Here, I got your Green Label." I'm like, "That's green stripe, man. That's like food stamps in the '70s. The little things you collect that your grandma peels off the sticker and gets your little orange sticker book and runs down to the Woolworth and cashes it in and gets the rye whiskey. No. Not that I'm not appreciative. I was. Thank you very much. Not what I was looking for. Green Label is goddamn Green Label. It looks like the Black Label, but guess what color it is? That's right, it's green. So if you got a full bottle with a Green Label, big sticker, you're doing good. Or if you don't, if you messed up, if you're holding the beige one with the green stripe and now you're starting to cry because you bought the wrong one, keep drinking. It'll all look good in about an hour. I promise you. It'll all mesh together, and I won't care either. Yeah.
Do you have my mic on? Because they said my mic is low.
That's because your mic is turned all the way up.
Well, okay.
So you just need to actually talk into it.
I am talking into
boop, boop,
it.
boop, boop.
All right.
I
Zach
am talking
James
into
paid
it.
$5 for whiskey.
I'm talking into it. Shut up. You shut up. You shut up.
Shush.
You shut
We're
up.
gonna step
You see how
aside.
you're talking?
I am
You're not
not.
even yelling at me right. Why don't you yell at me like you do upstairs when I leave my laundry on the floor? You ever walk up to me in the bedroom and go, "You left all your
No,
stuff out. You
I
left your
don't.
stuff on the floor." No, you don't. No, you don't. As Iceman would say in the Seamus joke, no, you don't. For those of you that got to see the Seamus joke from Iceman, good God.
And Shannon Burgode gifted one Gen X Talks membership tonight to Shasta Williams.
You know how people are just blindly on your side? I have to work for every compliment. You just get them. So Mary Mathis is in there, and you guys are all, "Oh, her mic's low, her mic's low." I physically didn't. Your mic is turned all the way up. There's nothing I can do.
And what'd she say?
She goes, "It sounds better now." I didn't do anything. This is Mary Mathis. "Oh, it sounds better now, Jen. Well, good job. You took care of Gen X mom. You work those knobs over there and make her sound." I didn't do shit. You know when it sounds right? When she actually talks into the microphone, okay? That's what. I'm not
Okay.
even making any dick jokes right now. Just talk.
Okay, Brad Baker, member for 17 months. 17 months on the bus. I gotta pee, and I'm hungry for a double mustard fried. Can we pull over soon, or is it a Gatorade bottle for me?
It's a Gatorade bottle, because once we get rolling, we can't stop.
And Two Bear wants to know, is the doctor in the house?
The doctor is in the house. I don't know if I can really show the doctor. Let me see if I can. If I get a picture up there of the doctor. Let me try one thing here. Oh,
Hey,
look at that. There they
come
are.
on.
That's the doctor and his wife. You know, and the clever part is she's hiding behind the mic stand on her side. There she
there
is.
you
And I'll tell you what the gig was. We'll go back over here for a minute. As all of you know him, as Dr. McDreamy. I promise you, I never called him that in high school. That is never a name I referred to him. That's just
in high school either.
that's just in context from lately, and that's a Gen X mom thing. But they spent the night here. They spent a couple days here, and we recorded 2 podcasts today. I sat in studio with Dr. McDreamy's wife, Marcy, who is just more wonderful than I can put into words. And we tried to talk about how she has helped Gen X mom. A lot of you guys already know. A lot of you guys have been in front of the program for a long time. You know that my wife suffered through leukemia, and she beat leukemia, and she's had 10 years of pain and suffering. She had sleepless nights. I mean, just to where you want to kill yourself. It gets so bad. But she never gave up. We tried every doctor, every pill, every piece of snake oil imaginable, trying everything to relieve her pain. And it's just been a struggle. And then along comes Marcy, and she's like, "Listen, I know some stuff about this, and I could help you." And of course, my first thought was, yeah, okay, sure you can. Now, of course, my wife wants to take every opportunity. She's like, well, she's not going to skip over a chance to feel better. I was like, yeah, all right. So just go ahead, spend the money, and let's get through this. So we don't want to be rude to our friends, but it ain't going to work. And until it did. until it began working. And I'm telling you, the only reason I demanded in the nicest way possible that she sit and answer some of my questions was because I saw a change in my wife. My wife is a healthier person than she was 4 or 5 months ago. And I'm not saying that like I don't have anything to sell you. If you think I'm going to pull up some bottle of purple berries or something and go, so there's nothing to sell you. I don't have anything to sell you. I just wanted someone, because everybody asked me, well, what happened? What'd you do? What's the difference? Because we've talked about it a little bit. So we sat down, we went through the whole thing today, and I kept it at street level. She's super smart. Okay. She's super pretty and she's super smart. I had to keep it down at $3 words because I wanted all of us to understand. And I know you guys can understand $3 words because you guys are $12 viewers. I'm not, but we got through it and it was in such a rhythm and it flowed so smoothly, I was actually able to make her cry. Now, just once. I went for 3 times. 2, I got close. 3rd one, nailed it. She was in tears. So I did my job. A date with me is never complete until a girl cries. And that's what happened today. So when the podcast comes out, you guys really need to give it a little bit of attention, because it's not just something for cancer survivors and you have back problems or hip problems or knee problems. No. This is something that she can do for anybody to improve where you are in life. And let's face it, when you get to a certain age, I don't care how good you've lived, things don't work the way they used to. And she has a way to fix that. She has 100% rate of improvement on every patient. But I don't mean they turn into 100%. I mean 100% of them become improved. Some a little, some a lot. She hasn't missed yet. That's the part you got to look at. And it's really big and it's really awesome. And it's hard to understand, which is why I had to get her in here alone and ask the questions my way. Now I understand a more complete picture of what she does to get you from point A to point B. And I'm trying to bring that to you guys because I guarantee a bunch of you jabronis are going to be screaming and aching as you get out of when the show's over and you get out of your recliner and you try to walk over and let the dog out. You're going to be, I've heard some of you. You guys sound like a pro tennis star, a female tennis star. Every time you turn around, you're, just like a female tennis star shaking at Wimbledon. That's you. Okay, she can fix that, but you got to give it a shot. Anyway, then we did one with Dr. McDreamy. We did, he's the fight doctor. You guys see him in the background of all the pictures and ESPN and Sports Center. He does all the stuff for yes, you can fight Floyd Mayweather, go get in the ring. No, you can't fight Roy Jones Jr. You're not physically. He's the guy who makes that call. One of the guys. There's like 13 of them, and he's one of the top guys. I really wanted to get a complete picture because remember, I've known him since we were 5 years old. We literally have known each other 50 years. And I said, okay, look, how did you get from the kindergarten playground to being the guy with the fight doctor license plate in Las Vegas? And we went through a very intricate story, and there's famous people involved and there's not so famous people involved. And I don't figure into it even a little bit, but the story he unfolded it should have been told by Sam Elliott. That's how great the story was. I should not have been narrating. It should have been Sam Elliott. So we've got 2 in the books. I have to edit them and get them going. But that was a big one. Now tomorrow, surprise, tomorrow we're going to sit down for the thing you guys have been waiting for 3 years, which is the cancer survival story of my wife. How did she find out she had cancer? What happened? The miracles along the way. And of course, Dr. McDreamy was involved. He inserted himself at a certain point and helped carry the torch across the finish line. And it was a big, big deal. And Marcy, his wife, and my wife have actually been slaving over notes and little yellow stickies and trying to get out for 2 days, trying to get everything in order so we don't mess up and miss anything. That is a big, 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 big medical journal story. That's worth listening to. All right, I'm done talking about the podcast, but that's why they're here. So they wanted to eavesdrop on the program and see what was going on. I said, fine, you want to eavesdrop? I'm going to turn the camera on. So every now and then I'm going to click the camera on. And if they're over there on their phone, if they're writing their medical notes, which you can always tell when they're writing medical notes because they fucking scribble like a mad dog. They do that shit, then you absolutely know that they're doing doctor shit because you can't read what they're writing. So anyway, was there something else you got between the sheets? I've been running my goddamn yap for so long.
Can you take a drink?
Take a drink?
Hydrate.
Wait, you said take a drink. You did not say hydrate.
I know.
Hydrate is water. You didn't say that, so I'm drinking. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll drink.
Paul, off Poffenberger on Facebook says, I had an idea. Everyone should go through their gift cards, and I'll guarantee everyone has one. With less than $1 on it, I know I have several, and forward the change to the radio station.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's a great idea. Facebook again, Josh Pendleton. Hey, bud, you ever thought about leaving California and go somewhere nicer? Just curious.
Wow, what a nice thing to say. Leave California, go someplace nice. I don't know, have you ever thought about getting nicer friends? How does that sound, asshole? I'm fucking with you. Just relax. Yes, of course I've thought about leaving California. Now, let me be clear on this. And I'm glad my son is sick right now because he'd be whining and crying like a little baby right now when I give my California speech. Yes, I have thought about leaving California. Let me explain something about California. California is the best state in the country. Oh, I'm sorry. What, did you guys all fall over? You choking on what you're drinking? Listen to me. You have no idea what you're missing in California if you haven't been here. You tell me that there's a better place than watching the sunset melt into the Pacific Ocean. You tell me what it's like when you can ride up the highway and you're right up where the salt air is meeting pine trees up Highway 1. Or how about this? Wake up one morning after spending the night in the desert and the morning is all purple and you can take your hand in the sand of the desert and it's cold from the night before it even warms up. And I'm just going to tell you my personal opinion. This is just me. I think when God made this planet, he knelt down and kissed Yosemite Valley. So you want to talk about the great places in the country, and I'm sure there's many of them. California is my favorite state. It's my home state, and I love it. Now, do I like what the government has done? No. Do I like what liberals have fucked up in my state? Fuck no. Not at all. But that's not the state, man. That's just a bunch of assholes ruining with restrictions and taxes. Okay, I love my state. Would I ever leave? Yeah, maybe. But I'm not running away. I'm staying and fighting. Here's the part that I don't get. This is the part. I love this part. I usually tell this when I'm really drunk, but right now I'm just pissed off. So I got friends of mine who've moved out of the state. Fuck this. I'm not the goddamn homeless and the government regulations and taxes. Fuck it. I'm leaving California. All right, so they leave. As soon as they get where they're going, is Texas or Idaho or Florida, I call them up and say, so you moving out of the country next? Why the fuck would I move out of the country? Well, you run away when you don't like the government and you don't like taxes and you don't like regulations. You run away. You ran away from California. Have you looked at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Have you looked there? It's got regulations and it's got taxes and they allow all sorts of weird programs and homeless people. So clearly you're leaving the country. Well, no, it's my goddamn country and I'm going to stay and fight. Then why didn't you stay and fight for California? You goddamn hypocrite. And these are my friends. Just imagine how I treat people I don't like. All right, I'm off my soapbox about. I'm sorry, don't fuck with me about California.
I shouldn't have asked that question.
Yeah, talking to two people here from Nevada, going, "Hey, we don't give a shit. We're from Nevada. Don't fucking laugh at us.
Breathe,
we didn't do shit."
Breathe,
what?
Breathe.
What? Breathe? What?
Take a breath.
Wait. So just you got to agree because you okay, Marcy, you're from Nevada, so you're exempt. Okay. In fact, I don't even want to hear your opinion. It doesn't count. It doesn't matter. Dr. McDreamy, what do you think about California? You live in Nevada, but
California,
do you hate California with a vengeance the way so many Americans do?
I'm here.
Well,
he's visiting.
You're visiting 364 feet below occupied California. No, I didn't say which was better.
But I
He doesn't want to say. He's being
like
quiet.
visiting.
You know what? You know what we're getting from him right now? You know what we're getting from him? It's like, do you like California? I love my state of Nevada. I got that. But what do you think of California? I'm loyal and faithful to my state of Nevada. He's got his conversation confused. I didn't say.
Loyalty is elsewhere.
I didn't say, do you like your ex-girlfriend from high school? And you're like, I love my wife. That isn't what I asked you. I want to know about your girlfriend. No, I'm faithful to my wife. That's what it sounded like. You're not cheating on Nevada by being here. You got to know that. I just wanted your opinion.
I just like visiting. That's about it.
Okay, well, that's
The
it. That's all
traffic
you're
is
getting.
too bad.
Traffic.
That's funny.
I don't get it.
Okay,
Gas
would you like
prices.
to know more?
Yeah, go ahead with the sheets. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
Chris Hodgetts over on Facebook says, nice to get to see you live as I work nights truck driver in the UK. He is from the UK.
You almost couldn't say UK.
I know. Justin Woods on Facebook. Hello, Gen X family. This bus never fails to amaze me.
Well, I'm not trying to piss anybody off. If it happens, that's just a happy byproduct of what we're doing here.
Chris Miller on Facebook says, first time catching the live show live. Hello, you glorious bearded bastard.
My man.
Carolina.
And that was from Chris?
Yes.
Chris, if it's your first time catching the live stream, think of it like a first date. Just relax. I'll do all the work. Go ahead.
More. He said,
And Chris has more.
Sipping some good apple brandy and craving some wisdom from the general, is what he said.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm fresh out of wisdom. I meant to pick some up on the store on the way over, and I just forgot. So you guys are fucked. Everything I'm telling you tonight is a lie. I've stolen or plagiarized everything I'm telling you. I haven't had an original thought in my head since 1973. So everything you're getting, I guarantee, is recycled, rehashed stuff. You're going to notice some familiar things when I run my mouth. You're like, wait, what was that? Yeah, from a song, from a movie, from a TV show. But if you can't place it, then you can't pin it on me. I'm going to claim it as my own and move forward. What else you got?
All right, Mrs. Four gifted 5 memberships tonight to Mart, Chill Till I Die, Nick GX, Ashley Church, and Leslie Mathis.
Now that means everybody who got a free membership, you guys can now go take a peek behind the curtain. And what that means is after the show is over on the YouTube channel, go to the community section. There's 3 years of behind the scenes stuff that nobody can see unless you're a member and you just got gifted a membership. You got 30 days to check it out. I don't think you can fit it all in 30 days. There's some awesome stuff back there. Same for people on Facebook. There's a Facebook page called the General's Lunchbox. Now it costs $1 to get in, but we're poor here and we need your dollar. So if you want to see all the behind the scenes stuff on Facebook, pony up the buck, go scrape the couch from the cushions, get 4 quarters, put it together, and you can go see the stuff too. There's stuff for everybody, but there's ways to get it, and that's one of them. Anything else?
Yes. Hold on. Russell Covey over at Facebook having some shots tonight. Cheers, General. 100 stars sent.
You know what? Russell never fails to say something every live stream.
I know. And
He's always faithful. He's always there.
the Sun Valley Fox texted me.
Oh, great. You know what? I've gone a month without that dude fucking up my world. Oh, hold on. If we're going to deal with him, I'm going to drink while you talk. Go ahead.
He says, the Sun Valley Fox says, hi, sis. Good to see you are well, and the General as well. We are watching. Say hello to Dr. McDreamy and Marcy. Love you.
By the way,
Just checking.
I booked the McDreamies, plural. I booked the McDreamies to be special guest on the 27th. So now you have to work on the Sun Valley Fox.
Okay, I will do that. Jason Simmons said COVID King.
Yeah. The General 2, COVID 0. That's right. Don't you forget it.
General. What would you like? COVID King or COVID General?
I just kick COVID's ass. You know what's really depressing?
What is depressing? Please tell me.
I'm glad you asked.
I'm here. That's why
I'm upset. Because Dr. McDreamy came in when he knew I was sick, kind of said, here, take some of this, take some of that, some pills. You know, this is really good COVID shit. He's been paying attention for a long time. He's not only a good guy, but he's a good doctor, so I do. And I get through COVID pretty quick, unscathed. I come out the other side. Now, I had been trying to lose a little weight for a week or so before COVID, and I'm feeling pretty good. Like I'm getting out of my chairs faster. My bones aren't hurting. Muscles are feeling a little better. I thought, okay, this is good. I've been changing what I eat a little bit. I've been walking around the pool a little bit, and I lost a few pounds. This is a good thing. And I make mention to him. I go, I'm all proud of myself for I get out of my chair in front of Dr. McDreamy with only yelping twice instead of yelping 4 times. And I was proud of that. And I'm like, look, I only yelped twice. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I said, well, I'm moving better. This is good, man. The weight loss, changing what I'm eating, is I'm feeling it. But he's like, yeah, dude, that's the pills I'm giving you. in about 3 days, you're fucked. And I went, what? I'm telling you, there had never been. This is a true story. He pulled the fucking rug right out from under me. I'm sitting there thinking, man, I'm on the right path. I'm motivated. I want to do some shit. And he's like, yeah, well, as soon as I leave, you're fucked because I ain't giving you no more pills. Fuck. I mean, it's so disheartening. So now I'm walking around him like a kid at a candy store asking his mom for, okay, when you leave, can I get a couple more? I mean, how long? Can we stretch this out? And, I'm walking around going, I'm not even asking for pills that make you feel stoned or high. I'm not an addict.
You want feel-good pills.
No, now see that's the thing I'm trying to avoid saying. No, they're not that kind of pill. They made me feel like I was much more spry. I'm telling you, a few more pills, any more spry, you'd have known.
Oh, God.
You would have known.
Hey, broadcast professional, the jar is not on the screen.
God damn hippies, redneck, son of a bitch, hillbillies, backwood, inbred, Jed, Tennessee.
JJ over on Facebook goes, I'm just a 50-cent viewer. That's what he said. JJ.
Well, then we go, JJ, we're going to get along great because everything I throw out is about worth 2 bits, so we're okay there.
Russell Covey, go Broncos, he said. 19 months of a subscriber.
Did you see I put the jar up? Did you see what's in the jar?
No.
The jar is half filled with Mrs. Four Watton's ass. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that.
No.
There's when you give a certain $5 amount,
Oh, yeah.
peaches drop into the jar. Now these peaches, they were specially made. They weren't just like some generic thing we copied and pasted off the internet, allegedly. What it is Mrs. Four Watton, who's here on staff, we flew a plaster cast of her perfectly shaped ass all the way from Tennessee back here to our studios in Southern California, semi-Southern California, and we fashioned an image of those, and now there's a peach in the shape of her perfectly shaped ass. And every time you give $5, her ass-shaped peach falls into the jar. Who fucking cleared the goddamn jar? That was my son. You know what? If there was a Playboy book, he'd throw it in a fire pit. I swear to Christ Almighty. Anyway, so the ass-shaped peaches go in there, and when it was full, which was the point of my story, it looked like a Roman orgy because it's just asses everywhere. That's the way I saw it. What if you don't like the way I see things? Don't listen. Put your fingers in your ears. You can watch the program. I'll sign language the whole thing to you.
Mrs. Four sent $50 on PayPal.
Oh, so she won't get to see her own ass go in the jar because she did it on PayPal.
Would you like to know what she said?
Well, it's just for me. It's because I'm awesome. But go ahead. I'd like to hear it.
After 3 years of hearing stories of Dr. McDreamy, I'm so glad to put a face with his name. Welcome, Dr. and Mrs. McDreamy, to the Bottom of the Glass Nation show.
Wow, what an official thing there.
That
Okay.
was our official welcome.
So, Dr. McDreamy,
and Brendan's over there going, what the hell?
we got somebody else in here. I haven't even mentioned Brendan yet because we made a mistake last fire pit story and talked about Shut the Fuck Up Donnie. And everyone went, who shut the fuck up Donnie? And where'd that name? And I'm like, shit. Shouldn't even have brought it up. So we got Dr. B and Dr. Z. And I'm not going any further than that. So shut up. But I got an issue with you. You just heard the story. Even if that was true, that the pills are going to leave when you leave, and I'm not going to feel like I do. Why tell me? Where's your bedside manner? Aren't you schooled in how to let patients down easy?
I was very nice when I told you.
You smiled when you fucking told me.
I did.
You were like, hey, dude, your shit's going to hurt in 3 days. And that's not nice.
You got to hear the truth. What are we doing tonight?
Well, we're drinking now.
What's at the bottom?
The truth.
There you go. There you go.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to point out in the story here is that if you have to have some bedside manner when you tell people stuff. You can't just run out there and go, "Yeah, dude, you're fucked. Pay your bill on the way out." Next. That's not right.
I didn't do that.
It felt like that's what you did. I haven't been kicked in the balls in a long time, but that's what it felt like.
That's funny.
All right, you know what? We'll get back to you in a little bit. I can't talk to you right now, Dr. Z, and I'm not calling you Dr. McDreamy anymore. Fuck that. I'm just letting you know.
Wow.
I'm done. I'm done with that. No more accolades for that man.
Well, Diane Power from Facebook says, love Marcy's Instagram page. Very informative for women. Thank you. So Diane Power was one.
Oh, because men are stupid?
She didn't say that.
Yeah, she said it's informative for women, like we're not smart enough to read the
Maybe
page.
you guys should read the page. You know more about women.
Maybe we do, and we just haven't said anything, and you're just assuming.
Have you ever seen her page?
Yes.
This is the truth at the bottom of the glass.
I have seen her page. It has pictures. It talks about health
Yeah.
and
you're
her
pulling that
snake
out.
oil, but it's there. I saw it.
Okay, you're pulling that out your ass.
Well, so what? Why would you call me out like, have you seen her
Well,
page?
because
you
you
know
just
I
attacked.
haven't seen her page.
You just attacked
My
me.
God. What is
Nick
it?
Barnum on Facebook gave 500
Women sticking
stars.
together, Dr. B, I'm telling you. You know what? I can call you Dr. B because of both names.
Yeah, BB.
Or BB, Dr. BB.
John Paris on Facebook. Don't forget that LED light bulbs are killing us. LED stands for Let Everyone Die. Oh, the memories. You have a comment about that?
Does anybody know what he's talking about? I do.
No.
Do you remember the episode where the guy ragged on me? He goes, man, LED lights are burning people's corneas and frying their brains. The heat from LED, I'm like, I remember reaching over and grabbing an LED and go, this fucking thing's been on for like 9 days. I don't feel shit. What the fuck are you talking about? No, man. I said, incandescence will burn my fingers. What the fuck? We got into a big argument in a live stream like 2 years ago. I'm like,
Wow.
what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, LEDs, man. It's the conspiracy. I thought for sure Lionheart was going to jump in. He ain't wrong. I know all about
I don't
conspiracy
remember
LEDs, but he didn't.
Okay.
But I figured that was what was coming.
Oh.
I'm just telling you, that's what the guy's talking about. That particular viewer, that's a nice pull.
That's John Paris.
Oh, John. Well, that makes sense.
That's
John Parise.
why.
Yeah, John Parise knows. That's from years ago.
All right. Joe Crossman over on Facebook says, shout out from the Boston Fire Department. Glad to see you back.
Far up, man. Do you guys got a TV going in there in the firehouse? I hope there's a Dalmatian watching the show. That would make my day. Nothing better than a Dalmatian from Boston checking out Gen X Talks. If I could get a picture of that, what was that dog that was RCA Victor? Remember the dog? We were all kids and dogs looking in the little.
Come on. Pull it out.
It's not a xylophone. Don't say
Come
xylophone,
on.
General.
We're
Don't say
talking about it.
xylophone.
I'm trying to get it.
No,
Come
it's
on.
it's at the cone with the
Marcy
needle.
knows.
With the needle. What's it called?
Are you?
The one at your
What's
dad.
the machine
It's
called?
a Victrola.
A phonograph.
A phonograph. Look at Dr. BB coming in here, saving the day, sliding into second safe. Look at that.
Okay.
That's a phonograph. Yeah.
All
the
right.
RCA Victor dog sticking his ears looking like this. That's what I want like that with the Dalmatian looking at a TV at Gen X Talks and a Boston fire station. Am I asking for too much here?
Baby.
Well, for Christ's sake. Dr. B, if I'm going to continue the show, could you prescribe me some more alcohol? Thank you. I appreciate
Michael
that.
Morse, my first time catching a live on Facebook.
Michael Moore, my man. It's like a first date. Just relax. We'll do all the work on our end. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you.
Mike Blanche on Facebook says, new listener, 51, and agree with everything you have been saying. Keep it up.
Far out.
And he sent 145 stars.
He obviously hasn't heard my take on Bigfoot. Wow, man. I'm like, let's go to man size on that, can we? He poured me a highball glass with like this much.
About you on your beds and stuff.
Well, don't worry. I won't have them soon anyway, so who cares?
Jan Monson, 2 pounds. 2 pounds, that's funny.
Well, you know, when someone says that, it's like when I got someone yelled at me for sending, as a gag, I sent 2 pounds of flour to a girl, and I go, flowers. And
Lord.
come on, man, that's got to be like an Egyptian thing,
Well,
right?
she wants to know if Trippy Pineapple is the $2 lady of the night.
I was wondering if anybody's going to pick up on that. Yeah, the $2 whore is Trippy Pineapple.
Lots got it.
You got to send Jan something for that because that's a nice fucking pull. I never even said anything. And yes, the $2 whore face firmly pressed up against Mrs. Fort Watten's lovely ash-shaped peaches in the jar is Trippy Pineapple.
All
Good
right,
stuff.
Jan, you need to email me at genxmom@genxtalks.com.
Okay, you need to stop talking for a minute. You can save up your shit. Yeah, it's my show, not yours. All right?
Whoa.
We're going
it's
now.
Saturday night. I'm supposed to be on this.
You know what? You're supposed to be like Howard Stern, you're Robin. Okay?
Okay, well, I have
When
one
we
more to
point
tell
at you, you say something.
I got one more.
If I don't point at you, you got to shut the fuck up, Donnie.
I have one more.
All right, go ahead.
Sammy Joe, gifted 145 stars, said, hi, Dr. McDreamy and Marcy. You may remember me better if I was being thrown into the pool. LOL. Every
Yeah.
time I
remember
see
her.
a fight on TV, I look for you, just like I said I would. That's what she said.
I got to tell you too. I'm not trying to call anybody out, but Josh Maddox is such a huge fan of boxing and MMA and a fan of, Dr. McDreamy. He was like, hey, if he's there, make sure he says hello and see if he remembers me. And I was explaining to Dr. McDreamy, Josh is the cat who every fight, every ESPN article, every Sports Center clip, he's freeze framing it on his DVR to see if he'll send me pictures. Is this him?
Yes.
This is him, right? And I'm like, yeah, it's him. I'm not going to be weird about this, but it wouldn't surprise me if in Josh's house, we walk in there and in the living room, there's a bunch of printouts of these things and a shrine on his wall where he has his herbal tea in the morning as he rides his electric motorcycle to the pharmacy. I'm not saying I know that for a fact. It's probably not true.
Salty Aussie is celebrating his 50th birthday tonight.
You said you had one more. That's
I'm
3
telling
more.
you because you talk too much.
I talk. No one has ever accused me of talking too
Say
much.
happy birthday to Salty Aussie.
Happy birthday, Salty. How old was he?
50 today.
Nah, just a kid.
All right.
You know
Take
what the
me
rule
off
are on that.
screen.
Let me
If
just,
you take me off
God,
screen, then you
easy,
can be-
done. You guys remember the rule. I'm not saying he's 50, he's a kid. Let me explain to what Wild Bill told me when I was a young man. He said, anybody younger than me is a kid, anybody older than me is an old man. So how I refer to you, Two Bear's an old man. Now, maybe by 4 months, but Two Bear's an old man. So unless you're born on the exact same day as me, you're one or the other. That's it. You're either an old man or a kid. And as I get older, the rules change as we move along. All right. I had some stupid stuff to talk about. This has all been wonderful and important, exciting events, but I have some stupid stuff to talk about, so we'll take care of the stupid stuff right now. This, I scroll through the news. Hold on. I scroll through the news and you see little, the little blurb, the picture, and the headline, and they try to make you go see what's going on. Some of the stuff they do is fucking bullshit. And even Fox News is doing this now. They got these sensational headlines. Fox News used to be at least like pretty middle of the road. You want to see what this fucker did? Go click the button and we'll show you. Now it's like, oh my God, the whole world's upset of what this guy did. And you find out he asked for 2 scoops of ice cream instead of 1. Which is dumb, but some of these things still exist. This one, I wasn't even drinking, and I was getting confused on this one, and I'll share it with you guys. All right, this guy right here, he used to work in Kern County where we live. Former top administrator in Kern, fired from SLO, for those of you outside of California, that's San Luis Obispo County, over touching, messages. Now, before I clicked on, I sat there. Okay, was that a mistype? Was it got fired over touching messages? And why would you get fired over a touching message if you said, I'm sending you a message. I really like your car. You did a nice job waxing the car, and why would you? That's a touching message. Your grandmother makes a great apple pie. It's a touching message. When you click on it, the story is word for word this, but it says former top administrator in Kern fired from SLO County over unwanted touching and messages. And then when you read about it, the guy's fucking walking around the office, grabbing ass, running his fingers up their nylons and shit, and then texting people like, I touched your ass. But when you say it this way, I had to click on it. And you guys know there's nothing I'd rather show you than something where they put it up and I can proudly say, I didn't even fucking click that shit. This one I had to, because they're fucking doing the shit where I'm using $3 words and they're making $6 sentences, and I got to go look a little deeper. So kind of sorry I did, but remember this guy's face, he's a perv. All right. Well, he was. That's why he got fired. They wouldn't have fired him unless it was true. So everybody knows about Elon Musk, and you guys all know he was in New York. It was a New York Times, one of their book daily deal. Every year they do a deal like this for books, and so Elon Musk gets out there, and they were confronting Elon. They were talking about how they say advertisers are threatening to pull away from Twitter, X or whatever, again, because we don't like how you're supporting anti-Semitic messages or this or that. And Elon, everyone's got the headline. Elon said, fuck off, which he did. He flipped off the screen and said, you're going to pull your advertising, fuck off, I don't care. But did you hear the second line of what he said? The second line was the best part. And that's the part I got hooked on. That's the part I want to, I need to show you again tonight. Yes, everybody knows, you're going to pull your advertising, fuck off, I don't care. Do what you're going to do. You want to destroy Twitter because you false advertising, then these guys are going to come after you, blah, blah. And every headline around the world said, Elon says fuck off. But the second line, he was laughing at the second line. And that's the part I never heard anybody talk about. I'm like, you got to be kidding. He sat back in his chair with this New York jabroni that was doing the interview, and he looks at me, he says, they're going to try to blackmail me with money. They're going to try to get me to do stuff, or they're not going to give me money. He goes, the wrong thing to he goes, in case you don't know, I got some. You want to blackmail me, pick something I don't have. Threaten not to give me, tomatoes or something I don't have any of. Don't pick fucking money. I'm telling you guys, I'm sorry. I know headlines around the world, everybody grabs them, and I look at something and I see something completely different. I get the fuck off part. That's great. In case you guys don't know, Elon Musk is Generation X. Of course he is. He behaves that way true and true. But to look at the guy and go, you're going to blackmail me about money? Maybe you haven't heard, I got some, and I just lost my fucking mind. And then as I'm poking around the internet, nobody's bringing that part up. I don't know. That's just me. Sorry for being redundant about shit, but that's funny. And then the China thing, and Dr. McDream, we got to get a little professional here. After I give my correct assessment of the situation, then you can come in with your analysis. This was a blurb on there too. Chinese officials lash out at Western media as respiratory illness floods their hospitals. Now, my first, the article is, oh my God, is it COVID? Is it something new? What are they doing? They're laughing at us because we're mad at us because we're laughing at them. Yeah, we're laughing at you. You fucking started all this. Of course you did. It was the Wuhan, China. Don't tell me some bat was fucking a goat and some guy ate some shit from it and that's how this. Fuck that. You know exactly where this came from. You guys fucking did it. And if you did it again, we're really going to be pissed this time. You know, you got a pass last time because nobody knew what was going on. But I'm telling you right now, us in the Western world laughing at you for doing this is going to be the least of your worries if you do some of this dicked up shit again. We allowed you to step on your dick one time. Everybody knows you did it. Everybody knows OJ killed his wife. We all got it. We got common sense. You fuck around this time, it's not even a question. And there ain't no Dr. Fauci going to run smoke screens for you either because that dude's on his way out. All right. So this brings me to sunny point number 1. Dr. McDreamy. Everyone beat me up because I was trying to describe like COVID flu and I wasn't going into detail. I don't know shit. I'm a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert and you're the guy. However, a lot of people, and conspiracy theorists abound, but a lot of people say there's no COVID, it's just the flu. And I'm like, dude, I'm pretty sure it's more than the flu. It's not just a super bad flu. And so my question is there some part of this COVID-19 that we all were worried about that does something the flu does not do about a respiratory system? That's all. That's my question.
Yeah, it's a coronavirus,
Right.
And that will the way you've seen those spikes on there when you look at it, it has those spikes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that's going to be really sticky in the lungs. So it does something different.
Okay, that was the thing, is that everybody goes, it's just a super bad flu. You're full of shit. And my only answer was, I don't think so, man. I'm not saying COVID was as big an issue as they made it, but I definitely thought it was different than the flu.
It's a different animal now, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, and don't we go through cycles of flus and stuff? Like, yeah.
Many different colds, and this is just mutating.
And does everything mutate like that? Do flus mutate?
Everything mutates.
See, honey, did you hear that?
You're mutating?
I'm not mutating. I was going to throw one of our kids under the bus, and you beat me to
I
it.
threw you under the bus.
I was going to tell you from kid 1 to kid 8, definite mutation going on, and you threw me under the bus before I could say it.
I'm sorry.
This is why you are an ineffective co-host, I got to tell you.
There is somebody that wants to ask Dr. Matrimi a COVID question. May I ask that since we're on that subject?
I guess.
The shoeless one, he's a member for a year, wants to know, does Dr. McDreamy have any recommendations for long COVID?
That's a great question.
First, what's long COVID?
Long COVID is something they're seeing with patients that had it that are mostly affecting more brain fog, fatigue, that kind of thing. So myalgic encephalomyelitis was the one thing that came from other viruses, and it's a similar thing that's happening to patients that we're seeing. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Chronic fatigue.
Chronic fatigue.
Chronic fatigue.
Yeah. So what should have been done is monoclonal antibodies, and they got rid of that. Actually, Dana White mentioned it in Nevada, and it went away. We were giving that to people, and it was helping, and it's gone. So we can't get it.
You can't. How could they restrict you from something you can have? Why? You can't purchase something? Will they write a law?
Remember how this thing became red and blue?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So Dana's red,
Yeah.
and the blue got rid of it.
You know, I've been practicing for this my whole life. Red versus blue, Halo. I think we've all had a taste of red versus blue when we all started playing Halo back in 2001, did we not?
Okay.
No, you're talking
You're the
about a video
only
game
one.
predicting history, man. What?
You're the only one that knows.
And what was the big disease in the campaign of Halo? The flood. And there were these little microscopic things that ate everybody and was going to kill the whole universe. Sounds like coronavirus to me.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? in the
alone
video
up there.
game, they clicked when they walk. Sometimes when I've had COVID, I hear clicking in my head. This is all making perfect sense now. It's all coming through. I got it.
Okay.
Where was I?
I'm glad that was
That was a good topic, man.
do you want to hydrate for a minute while I run through some things?
You always say that. You just want
Yeah,
you
because
put.
you're not stopping.
Okay, go.
Take a breath.
All right.
Jeffrey Montgomery gave $5. General, helping to refill the jar, hoping you and your family all recover soon and the radio station gets the power flipped on soon. Hydrate.
I'm hydrating with the brown fluid.
Brad Baker, $2 for the $2 whore and the refill of the jar. Samuel Pancake, $5. Who's the $2 whore tonight? And fellow want to know.
Trippy Pineapple.
Yes.
Trippy Dippy Pineapple. TDP, one of the senior members on staff here, is the $2 whore. And let me be clear about this. This is not his first go-around as being a $2 whore. Online or in real life.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a true
Donovan
story.
Channel, $4.99. Men are practical and women are emotional. It's why we make sense more than anything. As men, we are simple and women is... I don't know. Not
Now, either he can't type or you can't read.
No, it's not. Let's do a shot to that.
All right.
Let's.
I'm not sure what that means, but I was
Might be drinking
imparted.
too much.
I was imparted with some wisdom that I can't believe I didn't know for all of my life. All of my life.
Just now, your brain like
Okay, not
it
okay.
just popped
No, not this.
out your ass. And
I
now
didn't
you're-
hear, and then I got the idea. No,
okay.
it
It
wasn't
just
that.
happened all of a sudden.
No,
Okay.
I'm remembering something happened a few days ago.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
quit fucking up the vibe?
I'm fine. The vibe-
God, you know what?
I'm vibing.
I step on my own dick and ruin my own program enough. I don't need her over off screen just hammering it like when it's on the ground like that.
Yes, it's a good thing.
You got to stop. Okay, so I learned something, and I can't believe I should have known this through common sense, and I didn't.
Okay.
I wish someone smarter than me had told me. They didn't. But when I finally got imparted with this knowledge, it totally makes sense. Every time there's a natural disaster, a catastrophe, a burning building, a sinking ship, it's always women and children first. Women and children first. Now, I just naturally thought that was like to do the nice thing, be noble, and you help get them out of the way. It's not. You got to clear the area so the men can think clearly on how to solve this fucking problem. And you can't do it with women and children around. You're like, okay, you guys get the fuck out. And as soon as you're all gone, the men will figure out how to solve this
Wow.
problem. And that's where it came from.
Okay.
That was a very sexist thing to say. And I tell the most sexist, racist jokes I can because they're the funniest. But that, I got to believe there's a little bit of truth in it.
Didn't work too well on the Titanic, though.
Yeah, well, by the time we got all of you out of there, it was a little late. We're like, look, we should have got them out sooner because it's a little too late to save the ship. Fuck. I get that. But the idea is if we can move you guys along, we'd all be better off. Okay?
Wow.
That's a true story. Or it's true, it's a story. Anyway, so.
It's a lie,
It-
but okay.
you don't hush my. You're harshing my
Michael
butt.
Dawson. Michael Dawson.
Michael
Oh my
Dotson?
gosh. Michael Dawson, 1967, said, Dr. Z, king of the ESPN football picks.
He's fucking winning right now.
Yes, he is.
I wasn't even going to bring that shit up.
Michael Dawson, dude.
What place are you in right now? On the ESPN Pigskin Pick'em Gen X
Ninth.
Talks group. What?
I think I'm ninth. I'm still in the top 10. I'm the only woman in the top 10.
Why is that important?
Because that's important. I'm
Because
wrapping
women
around with all
suck
these-
so bad that this is like a miracle. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say it was a miracle.
Well, you talking
I'm
like is a.
representing the women.
Oh, I see. In ninth
All right.
place. Well done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what? There's no trophy for ninth place. There's no podium at the Olympics for ninth place.
That's fine.
You know, ninth place at the Olympics is the person holding the trash can, cleaning up all the confetti
That's
after
fine.
the winners get inaugurated.
That's fine.
All right. Well, that's
John,
you. Just
John over on Facebook gave 200 stars.
everybody who's given stars on Facebook, as soon as I'm done here, I'm gathering up all those stars. I'm cashing them in. I'm going to Taco Bell. I need a fucking burrito. All right. So there was more to say. This is a true story. This is a true story. A man was given up. Now, I'm thinking this is in England. A man was given a parking fine because his car's shadow was in the disabled space. Now, that's the story. Just briefly talks about it. There's a car's shadow, and it's comical. It's funny. He got a ticket. But now think about how this had to have happened. Somebody had to complain. I can't park here. The shadow of your car is in the handicap. Now, we know that was a woman. We know some chick pulled up there, some Karen, and said, how am I going to park here? Your shadow belongs between your lines. My shadow will be between my lines. And this turned into a big fiasco. And I guarantee some Bobby, that's what they call them, right? Cops are Bobbies? Some Bobby pin came by and said, well, Bobby pin, let's not split hairs over this, Donnie. I'm right. He came in and he's like, just to shut this chick up. He gave the guy a ticket for shadow being in the parking spot, and then he moved on. We know that's what happened. I know they're not going to print that story, but ladies and gentlemen, I am here to derive the truth. I read between the lines and to tell you what's going on, and that's what I think went on. All right, here's another one. Everybody knows what this is. Is there anybody who has never seen this picture? Is there one person on planet Earth who has not seen this picture?
Everybody's seen that picture.
Okay, so and there's another one. I'll show the other one. And the other most famous picture. Has everybody seen this picture?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's fair to say that every time that some fucker takes some hoax picture, he holds it in until his deathbed. The dude who took the one on Loch Ness goes, "It was me and my brother and we did this shit." The guy who hoaxed out the Bigfoot one, as he's dying, "Yeah, it was me and my cousin. We rented the costume and took the..." Every time. So if that's true, let's think about all the hoaxes that are coming down the pipe.
Like,
I'm just putting it out there in general that we need to think about. Let's wait till the fucking guy's dead to find out if it's true.
which one are we talking about?
Well, I don't have anything specific.
Well, then why would you bring it up?
Because I look at the first one through the wall always gets their nose bloodied. That's me.
With all the cell phones that are out there now, you'd think we'd have lots of pictures of Bigfoot now.
Well, look at all the pictures that the Navy has of UFOs flying at low altitude and little Mork and Mindy Easter egg things across the Pacific. All right. I say that we find that Lieutenant Colonel guy and we just follow him around until he dies. And like 5 minutes before he dies, he's going to say, "I'm just fucking with you."
Oh, my God.
Come on. That's got to be how that goes, right? Because the greatest conspiracies and hoaxes, I mean, I'm not saying I know everything, but you don't know if Noah was about to die and then the ark and the animals just said, "Hey, man, I'm about to die. I just want you to know I was just kidding." You know,
Kidding.
you don't know. You could.
Oh,
It could have
my
been that
God.
way. I'm not. Look, I'm equal opportunity bashing. I'm not trying to cross religious lines without some thought.
Opportunity back.
I'm trying to. You know what? If you don't understand where I'm going with this, maybe we shouldn't be married.
Maybe. That could be arranged.
I will divorce you over this.
I can do it right now.
This is important.
I can bring it up right now.
You want to get
How fast do you want to get divorced?
How fast can we get divorced?
Very fast.
How fast is fast?
Give me 30 seconds.
You cannot get divorced in 30 seconds.
Well,
And we
try
live in
me.
California, and I don't think that's possible.
Try me.
Reno.
Reno.
Dorito.
Dom Channel $1.99. No, let's do a shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to drink. I do not want to do a shot. I do not like alcohol. But as you guys know, if you've been to any bar in the world, and particularly in America, and I'm not saying the South more than other places, but the truth is always at the bottom of the glass. You get some guy who drinks to the bottom of the glass, and he starts spouting the truth all over the bar. Can't shut the fucker up. So we all know the truth exists at the bottom of the glass. We are the bottom of the glass nation. My particular glass on the bottom should say the truth, because once I drink, I get to the truth, and what do? I pass it along to you fine folks. Now, I don't want to drink this alcohol. I don't like whiskey. I'm going to suffer through this to get to the truth for you. Now, if that isn't taking one for the team, what is? Ladies and gentlemen, salute.
All right, Eric Stenbaum on Facebook, 145 stars. David Mello says, "You speak my words. Love you. Thank you, brother. Watch you and the boy all the time. By the way, I have
My man.
4 boys, 20 to 35.
Far out, man. Daughters are the tough one. Daughters are the tough. See, Dr. McDreamy, he's just got boys. Dr. Double B, you got boys or girls?
1 boy, 2 girls.
Well, see, he knows. Dr. Double B, he knows. I feel like I'm saying double bubble, like double bubble gum when I say Dr. Double B. Dr. Double bubble, 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 double, double, bubble. But he's got daughters, so he knows that's a fucked up mess. When your sons fuck around, you take them outside, you knock them around, they pick themselves up out of the dirt, and you say, "Don't do that again." Your daughters, you can't do that. So you get mad. You're like, teenagers like, "Give me your phone and your makeup and fuck, there's nothing what are you going to do? You can't." And they know this. They just sit there and smirk at you.
Girls are good.
The only thing I was ever able to do to make a dent in our daughters, I took the doors off their bedroom.
Oh, yeah, that was awful.
I said, "You want privacy to change? Go in the bathroom. But everything you do in here, I'll be able to see what you're doing." That
live
worked. Took the
without it.
doors off their bedrooms.
That's why we don't have closet doors.
You remember the ending scene of Breakfast Club when he's walking across the field and he fist pumps in the air? Oh, when I took the doors off and put them in the garage, that was me.
did.
I was fucking doing that like, yeah, because you don't get many of those. You don't get a lot of that stuff when you're raising teenage daughters, but every now and then
You had a pile of them lined up in the garage.
Yeah.
The doors.
Because all the
That's
kids were
good.
fucking up like, this worked. I'm taking it off of everything. Until I tried taking it off of her bedroom, our bedroom. She goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "You're not really behaving correctly." She goes, "Put the fucking door
Yeah,
back,"
exactly.
which I did under protest.
Hey,
But
Tracy Pyle gave you 500 stars on Facebook.
I love Tracy.
And the shoeless one wants to know, will the doctor be in Vegas? I'd like to chat with him. He's the one that sent you the...
Yeah, he'll be
I
there.
don't know. I don't know yet.
I told you I reserved him. I booked him. That's how we opened the show. Okay, you know what?
I heard you.
No, you did not.
You said that.
This proves that you're not. You never listen to me.
I heard it. But did you confirm with him?
I didn't confirm with his wife.
That's why. That's why I'm saying that.
I did confirm with him. I did.
Just the Tiff has a question for Dr. McDreamy.
No, this is not the doctor. Goddamn. Go ahead.
It is.
All right.
Do you think more people died from not getting treatment due to the fear of catching COVID?
That's a dumb question, Tiff. I love you.
Do you think more people died from not getting treatment due to the fear of catching COVID? Because I didn't see a lot of COVID deaths at work, but seen far more deaths than normal.
Hold on. Hold on. No, wait. There's a caveat to this. Now, you need to listen. I want you to read that again and let me make a statement. You're not going to believe this. Read Tiff's question again.
All the way through the whole thing?
All the way through,
okay.
Please.
Do you think more people died from not getting treatment due to the fear of catching COVID?
Now this part.
Because I didn't see a lot of COVID deaths at work, but seen far more deaths than normal.
She works at a cemetery. Oh. She works. Who would you see die at work? It's you and like the dude who digs the hole. There's nobody at work. What the fuck are you talking about, Tiff? I love you.
I don't know if she's going after this, but there was a study that showed people who got COVID actually had fear of COVID.
No way.
Yeah. There was that came out.
They had
look it up.
So they died because they feared.
The fear of COVID was one of the predictors of death. That's
and
okay.
Who confirms
This
that?
Fear lowers your immune system.
Who confirms that?
This is what comes through my feed. And
okay.
This is something I was supposed to, anyways, it was.
That's interesting.
All right. Now, listen, I'm not saying that I derive something. You guys know that I see things differently. Things pop into my head as you talk. But
sure.
If he's right, if you're saying the fear of COVID was some precursor to COVID, I got to say, I seriously have a fear of a threesome with you and your best friend.
Oh, Lord.
That bothers me immensely. I'm not saying it's a precursor. I'm just letting you know it's been on my mind. And if there's any truth to these polls and studies, I'd like to fill out the form right now.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying. Why is this so hard to understand? Fuck it, I'm drinking
Tiff
again.
said, I had more funerals due to other diseases, not due to COVID. Well, that's how we want it to be, right?
Well, yeah, we don't want anybody.
This is a long topic, but people were coding COVID as a death because they were getting $35,000 to $50,000 per code for COVID.
I'll tell you a quick story. I've talked about this on streams before, world show stuff like we talked about importance-wise, world show. But I know somebody who was a top person at a hospital, Henry Mayo, and ended up being on the West Coast or the East Coast and got a similar position and knows the inner workings of both hospitals. This person said at the hospital, their group got together and said, we get money if we label things COVID death. There was motorcycle accidents where a guy died of a motorcycle accident, but he tested positive for COVID, and it was a COVID-related death. She said that happened all the time.
A step further, not even being tested positive, but being exposed to.
Oh, for God's sakes.
No, that's a true. And I didn't tell you this, but I was actually sort of let go from a hospital because I didn't code a COVID death. I refused to do it.
Wow, good for you.
It was only because the patient was next door to the COVID, and this person died of other things, and I would not do it.
Good for you.
You know what? I don't give a shit right now. There's many. I will tell you this. If you listen to the podcast that I recorded with Dr. Z on this one of the things I did towards the end of it was giving him a heartfelt compliment on the stature of the man he is. He didn't like it because I was giving him a compliment, and he was like, okay, let's move on. But I'm telling you, it was a real compliment. It was a real thing, and it was real important. Did you hear what he just said about getting let go from a job because he stood his ground? If there's not a better thing to drink about, then I don't. If there is a better thing to drink about, I don't know what it is. You guys should be raising a glass at Dr. McDreamy right fucking now.
Mrs. Ford.
And I'm not requesting it. I'm telling you, if you don't like it, leave the stream. Clock out, turn the light switch off, and get the fuck out of here. Because that's a man who stands for his convictions.
Mrs. Ford said all doctors should have done that. She's talking that. That's cool. All right. Would you like me to blow through the sheets? It's
I'm sorry. What did you say? Would I like you to blow? What? I only heard part of that. What? I'm trying to be clear before I answer. I don't know whether to say yes. Yeah, never mind.
Go through
Yes, the answer is yes.
Okay.
Dr. Double B, can I get another shot?
Jeffrey Montgomery, new member.
Thanks, man.
General, helping to refill the jar, hoping you and your family recover soon, is that one. I have Donnie says, General, there are only two things I like watching coming out of California: you and the car chases.
For God's sakes, he put a fucking drop in there. Okay, who invited this guy? I know we've all known him for 50 years, but fuck. I like
you
them.
have to tell him that we've known.
Dr. Double B, who's in here, is first time in studio, first time in my yard for a long time. We've bumped into each other time to time over the years, but I gotta say, I liked him better when he had his long hair. Remember in high school when he had that long hair? I dig that. You know, this new GQ look just makes me look bad. So anything that makes me look bad is unacceptable.
You have the long hair. Slim Pickens over on Rumble says, Jesse Waters on Fox is stealing the General's material again, saying straws aren't manly. He went on a whole segment
My
about
God,
that.
you know, I know we joke about this. This is a true story. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's so many followers of Gen X Talk, so many viewers, that when I say something weird, if somebody else says it in a day or two on Fox News, they will clip it and show me that they stole my line. Now, some of them are like, okay, that's pretty generic. It could be anything. But there's been 5 or 6 that's like, no fucking way, because I make this shit up in my head. And then, you know, Tucker says it, or Jesse. Jesse's the most famous. Jesse must have a staff member that watched Gen X Talks, because he steals shit. Like within a day, he works some of my shit in. And I'm like, all right, I love Jesse, but fuck, man, come on, at least give a nod.
You're getting no
love,
back,
no nod. He could have said, he could have raised the glass right there, but everything from back when I was one of the first ones to say the pendulum is swinging back the other way with culture, with the anti-woke. I've been saying it for a year and a half. All of a sudden, Jesse Waters, you know, the pendulum's swinging back the other way now. I'm like, yeah, I said that. Welcome aboard, Jesse. Yeah. You know, if you're watching this at home with your chick, you know, you're welcome. I'm not saying that what I talk about during my shows is show prep for your shows, but it just looks a little bit obvious, you know. You can change the wording a little bit, you know.
Somebody on his show doesn't want to do any prep. They just watched you to get the prep.
I don't give a shit. We're all on the same side on this one, so I don't care. I like that stuff. All right, let me go back to what I was saying. I had important stuff going on here.
Oh, you do?
Important stuff. We did Bigfoot.
The Shoe List gave $5 for banana sauce.
Okay,
and
God fucking kid.
Domin channel for 2 months, $1.99. Here to the banana sauce. Is the kid still putting that stuff?
He's still putting that up there in the description. He puts in, just so you guys know, he logs me into all the stuff, and then he gets up and I sit my fat ass down. But he puts in the description of the title of the show, say words like banana sauce to fuck with my dad, you know, just tell. So people start saying this shit. I don't know how to respond. Now we've caught on, because he does this stupid shit just to fuck with me.
People jump on.
All right, here's one for you. Man trades baby for 15 Big Macs.
No way.
It's a little bit low for a baby. Now, everyone.
He's a really nice character.
Yeah, that's the guy. So the whole thing is, every news organization that talked about this was this, how disgusting you trade a baby, and what kind of a father,
he
a parent.
Looks like he needs 15
do you know what I thought? My dumb, stupid Gen X brain on whiskey half the time thought this couldn't work. How you couldn't actually trade a baby for Big Macs, even if you tried, unless it was with a kid. Some 16-year-old would take a baby and go, "Ooh, look, I got a baby. Here's your Big Macs." Tell that to a 35 or 40-year-old guy. Fuck no, I'm not. You keep that baby. And no. I am not raising, and no, I'm not spending 18 years. Here's the fucking 15 Big Macs. Take the baby and go. That ploy would not work with a grown-ass man.
That's unbelievable.
You couldn't do it. You couldn't. There's no way. Okay, let me just ask right now. Let's go down the table on that. Marcy. Lovely Marcy, if someone said you could have a baby right now if you gave someone 15 Big Macs, would you say, yes, please give me the baby?
Well, here's the thing, is would I take better care of the baby?
Oh, that's
well, you
a good
probably
one.
would, but that's hardly the point. You want an 18-year life sentence? You want to go through the teenage years again?
I'm kind of with her. I'd rather have that baby with this guy that wants to trade for 15 Big Macs, or could I take better care of him?
Did you just say you want to have a baby with that guy?
No, I said
Is that what you said?
no.
It sounds like you said, I want to have a baby with this guy for 15 Big Macs. Look at, I don't know if there's even a category on Pornhub that covers your type of fetish, but I'm going to say I'm not participating.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I'm just a casual observer here. You said it. I'm just reacting.
You know what? No more whiskey for you.
Well,
Yeah, you better
as
move
long as
that.
Dr. Double B's over here, we ain't got a problem with that. The fucker pours a sliver in the bottom.
Watch it over there.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
maybe I
get.
can go
Outside.
Let's get back to the important stuff. All right, doom,
Hey,
fired for
Brad Baker
touching.
just gave $10 KGXT fund. I met doctor and wife at the barbecue. Great people. I think they might be secret Marvel superheroes when no one else is around.
That there's so much truth to that. That good people, absolutely good people, heroes in their own right. But this is my show, so quit talking about it.
Well, we can't have anything on here.
So here's one that direct.
Then what are we here for?
For me, why do I gotta? You know, every morning I wake up and whisper in your ear, "Let's get up and start my day."
Wow.
God, I just not getting
And how
through.
does that work?
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Depends on how many drugs you've had the night before. If you're up on your medication, I'm in trouble. If you forgot some or took too many, I got a shot. All right, so this article came up, and it immediately reminded me of my wife.
Oh no.
Police report in a newspaper. The title.
Arrested for everything.
Man arrested for everything. And if you read the article and you go through it, it touches on all sorts of different things. But the bottom line is that the woman blamed this dude for everything wrong in her life. Now, again, how would you have a woman that nagged a cop so much that the cop finally gave in and said, okay, fuck, I'll arrest him for what? Everything you just said. Just shut up.
That's some hell of a report he had to write.
Yeah.
Imagine.
What kind of a Karen nagged a cop so bad that he turned to the guy and said, I just got to arrest you. What for?
Probably
I
he
got to
saved
shut
the
her
guy.
up. Just this all stops and I can go home. I'm just letting you guys know that it is an imbalanced justice system out there, heavily favored towards the Karens.
Maybe
That's all
he
I'm saying.
saved the guy from
Now, I got to play something for you. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, ladies and gentlemen in studio, it's not going to be easy to see. Our monitor it's set up. You're seeing what I'm seeing. But I don't know if you've seen this video. It's almost exclusively on TikTok. And the title of this, it's up on 3,000 different TikTok pages. And the title is always the same. This is the most American thing you will ever see.
Okay.
And they're right. I'm going to tell you right now, they're right. This is a crappy video. This is the best copy I could find. I turned the volume down. This is a bald eagle
Oh, yeah.
attacking an immigrant crossing the border. I'm not sure if it got close. It's on a cliffside. I'm not sure if it got close to its nest, but this is the funniest shit. It's all over TikTok. I'll play it for you, maybe a couple times. Look at this bald eagle coming in. I zoomed in. He's coming in. This is an American bald eagle. There's the line of immigrants. He fucking lands on this dude.
my
He's like, get the
gosh.
fuck out of here. Get off my fucking shit. Everybody runs. He's dragging this dude over the cliff. He fucking drags him. He doesn't even let go. There's other dudes
Oh, my
around, and the
gosh.
bald eagle just goes, I don't give a shit about you. This fucker's too close to my stuff, and grabs the fucking guy. He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my
It's
God.
always titled the most American thing you'll ever see. And I'm telling you, when I saw that, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I know I joke about this, but when I saw that, I literally shit a purple Twinkie. That's how fucking hilarious this was. It was and not your standard 6-foot Twinkie. This was all of about 7, which reminds me, just as a pro marriage tip, if you're playing jokes on your wife, just fucking around, something you might not want to do, because I didn't realize this was going to be such an enraging fact, but I got done in the bathroom one day. I took a piece of tape and put it on the toilet, and I wrote in black pen, don't flush this. I need to get a ruler. This might be a record. I was joking. And she fucking went sideways on me. I know this is going to be Exhibit A in her online 30-minute divorce, but it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Super wants to know, did you wipe?
Okay, look, dude, it was a joke. I do not. Okay, listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's be fair about this. I would never leave the bathroom, run to the garage, and grab a tape measure to measure my turd.
Yes, you would.
I would never do that again.
You
It's
would.
Exactly.
it's over. It's in the past. Let's move on. All right.
Oh my God.
What else was there? Boom, 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 boom. And for everything in text. One thing you guys got to realize is in between the wonderful and glorious interviews that we do have a regular podcast where my wife kicks the shit out of me for an hour. And during that time, you guys laugh and make comments and do stuff. And if I wasn't highly paid for taking this abuse, I would not suffer it. But I do. I get a ham sandwich after every podcast's over. I call it pretty fair and even. But the moderators can put up links, whether you're on Rumble, and Josh Maddox is handling that over there, or you're on Facebook, or you're on YouTube. They can put up the link to the podcast. It drops every Friday. The special interviews drop whenever. But you can go back. They're clearly labeled. Two Bear has assured me that even jabronis like you can pick the podcast versus the interviews. The interviews, we've done 5, and we're up to number 6 and 7. This is all part of the radio station that we're moving on. I'm very I didn't want to bring it up right now. I'm very thankful that Dr. Double Bubble is here. The only reason he's here is to write a check endorsing the new radio station. It's the only reason we brought him in. It's an obligation now that he's in the chair. I appreciate that. So we will move forward. I mean, anything that's got 6 zeros behind it, you can't complain. So that's a good thing. But the podcast is a staple of Gen X Talks. The interviews is going to be a staple of the radio station. It's a good way to move forward, but it's a lot of fun, and the interviews are serious. We don't fuck around with those. We try to give you stuff. I'm going to tip my hand. I'm going to let everybody know the guests that we are very close to getting. And Dr. Double Bubble, I'm telling you right now, the money you're spending is going to a good place, because there is a good shot we may get. You ready? We may get Kato Kalin. Remember? The house guest from the OJ trial?
We finally get to the truth.
There's 300 people that are like under the age of 30 going, who the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
So that's a true story, or at least it's true. It's a story. So you guys will check that out. But it's coming, and they're a lot of fun. If you guys want to see the stuff, you need to check that out. It's a good thing. The Christmas orange are gone. Too late to be part of the bus pictures. Just a tiff. Blah 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 blah. This was from 2 weeks ago. I'll show it, but I don't know why. Maybe I will ask the opinion of our esteemed guests and colleagues. There is a Maine law in the state of Maine that says it is illegal to bite your landlord. That is a law that is on the books right now. Now, to be fair, to be fair, I'm going to ask Dr. Double Bubble right now, sir. You are an esteemed member of the community. You are a learned doctor. How do you think this law came to be in Maine, where what situation transpired where somebody said, fuck it, we're writing a law, you cannot bite your landlord? You got to tell me. You got to lean to that mic right there next to Dr. Z, and you got to tell me how you think that came to be.
They must not be getting their rabies shots out there.
So lack of rabies shots brings this law. Dr. Z, Dr. McDreamy, what do you think? Pull that mic in and tell me, how do you think this law, what situation prompted this law where they had to put on the books, all right, everybody, stop biting your landlord?
It happened.
It must have.
It just happened.
It happened.
Yeah.
That's about the most specific answer. He's like, all right, we didn't think we really had to make a law about this, but one of you fucking people actually bit your land. Okay, stop. We're gonna.
It's stranger than fiction.
No shit.
True.
All right, Marcy.
I was just going to say it happened to me. It's like why they've got the warnings on plastic bags that they're not a toy. It's like somebody did something stupid.
That's okay, and since you brought that up, that's a problem. When you write on a plastic bag to a Generation X kid, do not put this over your head. You may suffocate. Fucking A. First thing we did was the thing that it said not to do. Now, is there a little culpability in the people that wrote that? I mean, you gotta think. You should have wrote it in cursive or something when I was 5, because at that point I still didn't get it. But you write that down. It's the first thing I'm gonna fucking try. You know, if you give me a backpack that has an unfolding gunny sack on rope and say don't jump off your second-story house with this, I'm gonna try it. Because that's what you said not to do. It must be an option. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's what I'm telling you. All right. Where are we at? You got stuff between the sheets? You're back up.
Of course I do.
All right. You talk, I'll drink.
Okay, Jay Fry, new member, $4.99. We have been lied to so much, it's hard to know what's the truth anymore. That's what he says. Daniel Weiss says our small town here in Georgia finally got a liquor store. And I got my first bottle last night in your honor, Star Shed.
Wait a minute. This is 2023. There's a town in Georgia that just got a liquor store?
Just got a liquor store, he said.
Did they file their application in 1953 or something?
I don't know.
Wow, those are the wheels of progress turning slowly. Go ahead.
This is kind of a sad note, but also a good note. Brad McKay on Facebook says, I just lost my oldest son and my 4-year-old granddaughter in a horrible car accident yesterday, and I really needed the laughter today. Thanks for being a true American.
What part of that is good? That breaks my heart.
Well, that you made his night.
What was his name?
Brad McKay.
Brad, let me take a time out for 1 second, my friend. There are no words that anybody's going to tell you that are going to make things feel any better. Not even a little bit. And the things you're really going to get pissed off at are all those jabronis that come along. If there's anything I can do, yeah, bring my family back. And they're going to keep saying shit like that. It gets better with time, and this is God's plan. Look, set all that shit aside. They're good well-wishers and wonderful people, each and every one of them, I'm sure. There is nothing that's going to make the pain go away. And just as strongly as you feel it today, you're going to feel it in 20 years. However, the one thing I can tell you is it becomes a little less frequent. I know you don't believe that. And if anything we're doing here at Gen X Talks alleviates that, by poking fun at ourselves or just fucking around for an hour, then I'm proud to be part of your life in one small, minuscule way. I'm sorry that you're going through the pain. I'm glad that we could give you a laugh. I'm going to drink this one to you, and hopefully we'll see you next week doing the same thing. All right, continue.
Leah Kelly on Facebook says, hey, 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 can you do me a shout out, please? Lots of love from Ireland.
Do you know what that hey, hey, hey reminded me of? Anybody?
Fat Albert.
There we go. Every Gen X in the room says Fat Albert. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. And we're not allowed to talk about Bill Cosby, though, because that's a no. All right. Yes, you can get your shout out. Thanks for watching. Anything else? What do you got in the sheets?
Chris wants to know, what's your opinion on Henry Kissinger dying? Do you have any thoughts?
He's no longer breathing. He's no longer going to be paying taxes, and we're not going to get any more books. I think the fucking guy wrote 87 books on America. I don't know. Kissinger was before my generation, my time. I'm upset when people go, but if he had something to contribute and it's still in the record books, then right for him, man.
I am done.
All right, listen, we went overtime here, and because we don't know who to blame for this, and obviously it's not going to be me, we blame the new guy, Dr. Double Bubble, in here. He's got double B's and double bubbles, so it's all his fucking fault. We were supposed to end at 7. Now, if you guys are here with me, if you guys want to strap up your boots, lace up tight, let's all go out to the fire pit and have a few drinks. Hey, you are not allowed to bring your phone tonight. You cannot go to the fire pit, keep passing out drinks, and fucking with your phone. No. You got blackmail on all of us.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
Yeah, nah. Are you going to come out there with a big old fucking stein of wine for Dr. McDreamy, and then it's fucking over, where there's going to be the shit and the truth of the magnificence of the world is going to fly. Listen, I got to go. Thank you guys for tolerating us.
Bye.
Thank you guys for putting up with us. If you had an hour and a half of your time to waste, thank you for wasting it with Gen X Talks. What better thing to do? Wherever you're listening from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you're tuning in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Let's drink one last drink together. Come on, circle the wagons, raise the glasses. I'll wait. I'm a patient man. If nothing else, I'm a patient man. Doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. Get your goddamn... You really... What were you, going to the bathroom, putting the cat out at this late date? Drink your glass. Raise your glass right now. This is to friends and family and everybody we still have kicking, because we don't know when you're going to go. I certainly don't know. I was almost gone. Dr. McDreamy brought me back from COVID death for one purpose. He whispered into my ear, I need you to keep making the podcast. That selfish bastard. But we did it. We kept going. Here's a glass to you guys. One more right now. Let's drink. Thank you guys once again. I want you to remember 2 things. Wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. That's right. I said it.